The house stood at the end of Willow Street. It was tall and grey. All the kids called it the haunted house. No one dared to go near it. Omkant, a writer, was not like other people. He loved mysteries. When he heard about the house, he wasn't scared. He was curious. He decided to rent the house for a month. He wanted to write his new book there. He wasn't afraid of ghosts, or so he told himself. Omkant moved into the house with his old typewriter. He chose a room at the back of the house as his workspace. The room had a single window that looked out onto the overgrown garden. It was perfect for a writer seeking inspiration. But Omkant didn't know what he was in for. The first few days were uneventful. But then, strange things started to happen. One evening, Omkant heard footsteps outside his door. He opened it, but no one was there. He could have sworn he heard someone running away. Then one night, his typewriter started typing on its own. Omkant watched in horror as the keys moved up and down, seemingly with a life of their own. The typewriter stopped as suddenly as it had started. Omkant was terrified. He couldn't explain what was happening. One particularly stormy night, the lights began to flicker. Books flew off the shelves in Omkant's study. He could hear whispers all around him. They seemed to be coming from the walls themselves. He felt a cold presence in the room, watching him. Omkant knew he had to find out what was going on. Omkant discovered a locked room at the end of the hallway. He had never noticed it before. He felt drawn to it. He knew he had to get inside. He searched for the key everywhere. Finally, he found an old, rusty key hidden in a drawer. He took a deep breath and unlocked the door. The room was dusty and filled with cobwebs. There was a single window covered with a heavy curtain. As he pulled back the curtain, sunlight streamed in. It illuminated a small wooden table. On the table lay a diary. Omkant opened it. The diary belonged to a young girl who had lived in the house many years ago. Her name was Lily. She loved to write stories just like him. But one day, she tragically died in the house. Omkant felt a wave of sadness wash over him. He realized that Lily wasn't trying to scare him. She just wanted her stories to be heard. Omkant decided to finish Lily's story. He sat down at his typewriter and began to write. As he wrote, he felt a sense of peace settle over the house. The strange noises stopped. The cold presence vanished. Lily's spirit felt lighter, like she could finally rest. Omkant continued to live and write in the house on Willow Street. He never felt scared again. He knew that Lily was at peace. He had helped her find her voice, and she, in turn, had given him the greatest story he would ever tell.